what's going on? Welcome to another video by Do Working Exotics. So today we're going over the Audi A4 here. What we're mostly going to be talking about is the interior. So I had a comment saying go over the interior. How does the interior hold up with these cars? And I actually have been thinking about making a video like this because one of the reasons why I bought this car was how well they held up. So let's have a little bit of a story time. I was not really a big Audi guy. I didn't know, much about Audis, and if you think about it, in the early 2000s, Audi was just trying to get a name for itself. The B5, A4, and S4, which were really cool. The S4 was very neat. I love the B5 S4. It's probably one of my top favorite cars because one of my buddies had it in high school. You know who you are. And he had one, and he would flip and sell them. They would have 180,000 miles. So the one white one he had 210,000 miles. It was spotless. It was incredible how clean it was. I remember when I first saw it, and I was like, are you kidding me? And he would romp on it. I mean, he would do full throttle shifting all the time, and it never really had many issues, and it held up really well. So I was blown away at how well these Audis held up. Then my other good buddy, who's helped me with the Ferrari, he bought an Audi A4. He bought a B6 Audi A4 with a 3-liter V6 in it. And that car had 110,000 miles on it. And the interior was spotless, exterior spotless. I mean, these cars were really well kept. So then here I am, I need a car that gets good gas mileage. I need a car just to take me, to grad school and back. I need a car that can get me through the snow. Big thing was snow for sure. Boom, here it is. So I got this B7 Audi A4 as just a daily driver, and then I finally fell through that modding deep hole to get some mods. So I want to go over what a 12-year-old Audi, I know it's 12 years old, I want to go over what a 12-year-old Audi interior truly looks like. Okay guys, well since the Audi is actually pretty dirty, I thought this would be a great time to do an interior cleaning and detail. As you can see, it's pretty disgusting in here. Seats aren't as bad, but still, car needs a detail. We have still been having snow here, so maybe it's time to do a bit of spring cleaning. That said, I am going to do a full spring detail, kind of strip the paint, do a full wax and sealant when the weather finally breaks. So let's go over some key features of how well Audi interiors hold up. Okay, so like I told you guys, one of the main reasons I was interested in Audis was how well they held up. Not just mechanically, but the interior wise. All of my buddies that had B5, A4s, and S4s, I mean, they were 12, 15-year-old cars at that point, and they were fantastic. I mean, the interior quality was incredible. And same with this B7. So this is a 12-year-old 2006 B7 A4. And look at the interior. So this is my passenger seat, so I understand it's not gonna get as much use, but I mean, all these bolsters, look at this. This is not mashed down. This is still firm. Same here. Same with this whole seat back. No rippling, and a lot of times you'll get pulling here, just from people getting in and out. What about this bolster here where, you rub your body across it? Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Look at that. I mean, and that to me is just, it blows my mind. I mean, this should at least be getting pulled every time you get in, but there's just no wear. And they really, they really wear nicely. Another thing I like is this B7 A4, it actually has pretty good leather for what it is, for being an A4. If you get in a brand new, kind of base model A4 these days, or like a Jetta that say they have leather, it's more of that Leather X stuff, and it's just thin and it doesn't feel as supple. It feels really just kind of plasticky, and it's very synthetic feeling. That's, I think, definitely the word, synthetic. Okay, now looking over the dash is completely clean. There's not many things to wear here. I mean, obviously you aren't touching this much. As you can see, I really need to clean this poor car, oh my God. Ugh. Daily driver gets pretty beat. But as you can see, it's really clean. And I love the interior styling. I love the big aluminum kind of bar thing that's going across the whole interior. It looks really good. I'll have to close the doors and show you guys what I'm talking about because it's really a clean look. Center console is pretty clean. I'm thinking about getting the RSNE. It's the big screen here, and then putting a reverse camera in. I don't know, I'll look into that. I'm really not the biggest tech guy when it comes to cars. I mean, I would enjoy having some Bluetooth and such, but other than that, you know, I'm not really a big tech guy. So, you know, it's a daily driver, not really too worried about having navigation and stuff. The phones do all the work these days anyway. But, you know, going back to the interior, it's just super clean. It holds up so well. Here's another point. So this like brushed aluminum finish, like I said, that's up here. It is also in this center stack, and I mean, it holds up so well. Like I can say it's pretty dirty, but this gets pretty beat. I mean, I put my phone over here and stuff, and I mean, there's no scratches at all. There's a little bit down here, but other than that, I mean, for being a 12-year-old car with 12 years of use, I think that is really good quality for it to be holding up like that well. That to me is very, very impressive. Same here with this little shifting thing and this aluminum type cover. Looks really clean, no scratches at all. And man, when you get some polish on there, it looks really, really good. Now, let's go talk about the steering wheel because that's another major wear component to many cars. Okay, so the steering wheel, you know, this is the method that we transfer our emotions into the car to make it move and turn. So obviously it's gonna be taking a lot of wear and a lot of force. I have been in many cars where you can tell that that steering wheel was not meant to hold up. The leather gets kind of pulled, and especially here, the stitching. The stitching can start to become frayed, and you can really see it actually fraying apart, and just from pulling, you know, pushing and pulling all day long. I mean, once again, with driving these cars for 12 years, it's gonna get some wear. I think the worst steering wheel, you guys wanna know what the worst steering wheel I've ever seen was? It was a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo. So I was driving it, it had the Alcantara steering wheel, and oh my gosh, the Alcantara was so matted and pretty much deformed. I know you can bring it back by kind of scrubbing it with soapy water, but still, I mean, it did not look good. And that's why I'm really not the biggest Alcantara fan. I think it looks cool. I think there's a purpose of it, that it'll hold you in and everything, but man, it does not wear well. So going back to the Audi, the steering wheel is in incredible condition. Let me try to focus on this. I mean, so look at the perforated leather. And I mean, throughout the whole car, or throughout the whole steering wheel, it is untouched. I mean, you can barely even tell that I have been driving this car and that it has been in use for 12 years. I mean, it is incredible. Same thing up here on top with the leather. No deformities, no just wear, you know, always at least on the side there's somewhere. But look at this, nothing at all. And that to me is just incredible. I mean, I'm a pretty clean person. I'm not like getting in here with mud and dirt and scratching it all up, but I'm just really blown away with how clean this steering wheel and has held up. Same with even the center section here. I love, this is probably one of my favorite Audi steering wheels. I love this this grill shape. It literally looks like the Audi grill. This looks identical to the front grill I have on the Audi now. I love the nice rings, very pretty steering wheel. Another thing I really like about this steering wheel, it's not overly done. You know, you get into a brand new 2018 car, whether it's an Audi or a Ford or whatever, they have millions of buttons, like to the point where it's like, I don't even know what to do. This is very easy. Scroll to change my radio station. Mode can get me into Bluetooth stuff. You can do your command button here, and then volume control. So that's it, you know, 4 basic little buttons that you're mostly going to use on a daily basis. I really like this. I can be driving, just scroll to change the volume, scroll to change the radio station. Like I said, I'm pretty no frills type of guy. To me, that's enough technology that at least I need for now. So it does the job. And once again, these rollers, after years of use, look at the condition. Especially the volume when I use this every single day. Works flawlessly.
Definitely no issues at all with the steering wheel function or really the condition. So I'm really impressed. Once again, the build quality is fantastic. Now, let me show you some design elements. Going to this aluminum trim. I love this aluminum trim. First of all, it has this awesome texture, as you can see. It's like a brushed aluminum texture, and it goes and spans throughout the whole car. So it goes there from my door, through the whole center cabin, and then around here. It actually also continues in the rear. So it gives a great design element, and everyone that, you know, comes in my car and we talk about it and go over, you know, things we like and dislike, you know, that's a feature that we always really enjoy, is just this. It's very clean and just classy looking. It's a nice aluminum bar, brushed aluminum that really looks well, and I mean, it looks pretty. It's a nice looking accessory on the car. Then I also love having the Quattro badge because, you know, that's what this car is known for. This car is known for its great, you know, handling system with the four-wheel drive. I mean, not only is it good in all types of weather, it's good in snow, it's good in dry pavement as well. I mean, remember guys, this was the early 2000s. There were not many all-wheel drive cars out there, and the all-wheel drive cars that were out there, sometimes they really weren't that good on pavement. You couldn't turn the steering wheel all the way to full lock. It would start to bind the four-wheel drive system. They would get terrible gas mileage. I mean, this is, you know, early 2000s four-wheel drive systems were definitely archaic and not really well done. Where this thing is flawless. I've never had an issue in the snow. It always figures it out, and man, it's fun to turn traction control off and have a blast with this car. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. There's got to be something that is worn on this car. What about the armrest? You know, that gets plenty of wear every day. I hate to admit it, but no, there's no wear on this thing. I mean, it's incredible. Every day I'm putting my hand on this, or my arm on this, and there's just no wear. I mean, it's just so well built. And once again, it's still supple. Look at that. Look at the rebound. You know, it's not like, and this car sits outside at work every day. I mean, the sun is beating on this thing. You know, if this was the Ferrari, this leather would be all shrinkled up and it'd be falling over. Where with the Audi, I mean, it's incredible how well it holds up. I mean, it's just, it's very good. And I mean, once again, for 12 years old, and still have all the padding, resistance. I mean, it's still working perfectly. Okay, let's look at the driver's seat, because there has to be somewhere on the driver's seat, right? Every day I'm getting in and out of this car. You guys saw the passenger side. Let's see the driver's. Once again, nothing at all. I'm even kind of shocked by this. I mean, I get in this thing every day, and there are days you're rushing, you know, you're rushing to work and you're just falling into the car. What about down here? No, I mean, it's still extremely well padded, extremely well, kept up. I mean, it's really incredible. Once again, Audis have kind of always been known for their interiors. They have beautiful interiors, and the quality is just fantastic. Another thing I'm really happy about is, you know, this is the A4, and there are some manufacturers that really cheap out their base model. You know, their A4, their 3 Series, their C classes. You know, they actually sometimes cheap them out, you know, with cheaper materials, where not this B7. I mean, this is still a great material car. It feels like really well, high quality. You can see here from me sitting in it, there's a little bit of play in the leather here, but that's a given. You know, this, once again, 12-year-old car, I'm cool with that, and it's barely noticeable. I mean, when you look in the long run, I mean, it's just a little ripple in the leather there, but that's just from use, and that's cool. You know, now if it was ripped or tearing here at these seams, then, you know, obviously we'd have a problem. But the car just is held up incredibly. The interior is just spotless. I mean, I'm even kind of shocked making this video how well and clean the interior is, and I haven't even cleaned it yet. So, I mean, it looks really good. You get some nice leather polish on here, it'll shine it up dramatically. Okay guys, so there you have it. This is really one of the #1 reasons why I love this car. It holds up so nicely. I mean, the interior looks really nice. It's crazy. I'll still have friends get in this thing and they're like, oh my gosh, this is a really nice Audi. And I'm like, it's 12 years old, but you guys don't even know that. I mean, it's just, it does not look its age. I am gonna make a part 2 to this video about the exterior, how well the exterior has been holding up.
that might be another story. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. And I get some more videos coming soon with this Audi A4 that I truly, truly love. It's my daily driver. We've had so much fun together, and I can't wait to make some more videos about it. Secondly, I've got a little Ferrari video coming probably tomorrow about the problem I've been having with the key. Oh boy, always something. Okay, well hey, definitely subscribe if you're new, and I got a couple videos coming out. I will see you guys soon. Have a good one. Bye.